My stepdad decided to take me to the park one day when I was 7, just the two of us. Basketball in hand, we walked onto the court instead of where I actually wanted to go, the giant play area. He had it in his head that it was time to introduce me to basketball. Given how tall I was getting, he figured it might be a great avenue for me. Time to test my skills. We played horse. He explained the rules, though my enthusiasm was minimal at best. He didn't make any shots himself, but compared to me, he was practically Michael Jordan. After 10 minutes or so, by which time he was on his S, and I was still stuck at H, he asked if I was having fun. I was honest. I was not. Basketball didn't interest me on TV, it didn't interest me at school, and it certainly wasn't holding my attention now. I wanted to slide. To his credit, he didn't try to convince me otherwise. We walked over to the play area, which, thankfully, wasn't too crowded, and I immediately began going down every single slide. Then, I turned to him with the most important question of the day. "Wanna play Power Rangers?" He smirked, and later admitted to my mom that in that moment, he thought maybe my athletic abilities were better suited for martial arts. That is, until I proudly declared that I was going to be Kimberly, because she was the best, and that he was going to be Putty. And let me tell you, I hi-ya'd and karate chopped my way across the playground while my stepdad wobbled his arms, made ridiculous putty noises, and chased me around like an absolute fool. What started as a drab day of sports turned into one of my favorite memories ever. When we got home, my stepdad smirked and muttered, "I'm gonna need to have my shotgun by the door to scare his first boyfriend, just like I will for his sisters when they start dating." That holiday season, I asked for anything and everything Pink Power Ranger, and that's exactly what I got. Pink Ranger toys, Pink Ranger bedding, even a rare Pink Ranger shirt for boys. Sure, I got stuff with other Rangers too, but the focus was on Kimberly. I was thrilled. My mother, not so much. Tangent, but one of these gifts was a motion-activated sensor that either yelled, "Go, go Power Rangers!" or "Pterodactyl" every time someone walked by. Now, we lived on a huge plot of land in a single-wide mobile home in the foothills above Fresno. It leaked, creaked, and smelled. And most importantly, it was the absolute worst setting for a rogue noise-making device. The sensor lived in my room at first, but every time my mom walked down the hallway, it would go off and scare the living hell out of her. Eventually, she had enough and yeeted it as far as she could into the open property. The problem? Wildlife. Anytime a raccoon or stray cat got too close, the sensor would go off, sending "Go, go Power Rangers" echoing into the night. My mom went searching for it one afternoon, determined to put an end to the madness, but she never quite located it. For months, it would randomly go off, and as the batteries began to die, the voices warped into the kind of garbled, distorted nonsense that sounded like aliens were outside our house, whispering in gibberish. We were both genuinely unsettled. Eventually, the batteries died for good, and the nightmare ended. My mom swore she would never buy me anything Power Rangers related again, and that was that. Anyway, it wasn't just Kimberly. Clarissa, Susie from Rugrats, Chun-Li, Brad from Hey Dude, Telly from Salute Your Shorts, Darlene Connor, Lori Beth Denberg, Daria, Lisa Simpson, Patty Mayonnaise, Lydia Dietz, and my eventual favorite TV diva of all time, Catalina from Space Cases. All of them captivated me. I never saw it as a gendered thing. I was just naturally drawn to them. Maybe it's because I'm gay, but I've always been fascinated by female characters. Not in a sexual way, obviously. I just wanted to be them. Strong, empowered, sassy, never afraid. Everything I wasn't as a kid. As I got older, my admiration expanded to real women. I read about Hattie McDaniel, Dolores Huerta, Gloria Steinem, and I couldn't help but cheer for them. I imagined Estelle Getty escorting me to school, ready to read my bullies like an encyclopedia. I was fascinated by Grace Jones and Princess Diana. I could watch Kathy Bates all day long, and we all know how my deep love for Pam Tillis runs. I don't know if I'll ever fully understand why 90% of my fandoms are female-centric. Why are 90% of my friends women? Who knows? I know I'm not the only gay man who wonders about this, but it's not something that haunts me. I just sometimes stop and think, weird. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. My life is filled with incredible women who never have to worry about me seeing them as inferior. Quite the opposite. If anything, I might be too biased. Honestly, it's too bad I'm strictly dickly, because I would be the perfect husband